Hey, college wrestling fans, it's JT1Wrestle here, and so far we've taken a look at weights 125 through 165 NCAA Division III, trying to see what some of the best wrestle-offs in 2025, 2026 will be before we begin the official season. Now we're going to take a look at 174 through heavyweight, and we're going to start off at Castleton, where it's going to be an absolute war to make the varsity between three very talented wrestlers at 174 pounds. We got Connor Gregory, Desi McLaughlin, and Blake Chapman all trying to make that spot. Connor Gregory was a NCAA Division III qualifier last year, won 31 matches, took third place at Regional 1. Desi McLaughlin won 21 matches last year, took third at the Ithaca Invitational, and was also the runner-up at the Roger Williams Open. Had a very impressive 4-1 victory over qualifier Xavier Preston. And then Blake Chapman, with 24 wins on the season, had an official 17-4 major decision over McLaughlin last year. So Gregory is a forerunner, of course. But he'll get a lot of challenge in the room from both McLaughlin and from Chapman to make that varsity position. Staying at 174 pounds, going to take a look at the University of Wisconsin lacrosse yet again. Like I said, if you're up in that area and you're able to go over there and if they do those wrestle offs and they allow an audience, I would definitely check them out. Or if they stream them, I would check them out because the wrestle offs and lacrosse are going to be for real. So we got Eddie Symes taking on Jack Gillis for the starting position at 174 pounds for the Eagles. Eddie Symes, phenomenal season last year. NCAA Division III qualifier, took third place at Regional 7, also took third place at the Pete Wilson Invitational, with runner up finishes at both the Augie Invite and at the Wisconsin Intercollegiate Conference. And then he also won the Cliff Keen Mike Duro Invitational. And on top of it, he had a 1-0 win over All American Hunter Mays, who most likely will start off most of the rankings ranked number one. So Eddie Symes, potential NCAA Division III champion this year. But first, he has to earn the varsity spot over Jack Gillis, who won 24 matches last year, including a win over the qualifier Zane Pennell. So looking forward to that wrestle off. Now we're going to stay at lacrosse, but we're going to move up to 184 pounds. Last year, the Eagles crowned an NCAA Division III champion and Marcus Orlandoni, who is now out of eligibility. So the spot is open, and we have two very tough wrestlers going to be gunning for that spot. And Sadiq and Coach Malachek told me how to pronounce this before, but I've already forgot. But I'm just going to call him Sadiq for right now. I think you pronounce it Alobadai, I believe is how you pronounce his last name. Very tough wrestler. Had a win over NCAA Division III qualifier Gavin Graham last year, and then he also placed seventh at the prestigious Pete Wilson Invitational. He'll be taking on Tyler Dormanin for the varsity spot, who won 28 matches last year, and ironically enough, he also has a win over qualifier Gavin Cole. So, excuse me, not Gavin Graham, but he has over Gavin Cole actually. So that'll be a really good wrestle off there. I'm anxious to see who takes the varsity spot there for the Eagles. Now we're going to go back to Castleton and talk about 197 pounds. We got a good wrestle off between Josh Negron and Andrew Flip. Flip last year took third at the Ithaca Invitational, and then Negron, who won 27 matches last year, won the Ithaca Invitational. They did not meet. They both had matches to the runner-up finisher. So I'm anxious to find out who ends up winning that wrestle off. I think that's gonna be a good one as well. And then last but not least, in NCAA Division III, um, there's a wrestle off at heavyweight that interests me at Wartburg. Do I think NCAA Division III champion Mitch Williamson is going to lose this spot? No, I don't think so. But I do want to talk about just how good his backup is, Jake Walker. Williamson will be a senior this year, so just to kind of show that once his eligibility is out for 2020 2026, 2027, Jake Walker is going to show us the same way he did last year that once he steps into that spot, he's going to be extremely tough as well. He went 10-1 on the season last year with a very impressive, nearly majored qualifier, Titus Waters, by 8-1 decision. So these are the wrestle-offs in NCAA Division III that I am looking most forward to. And then we're going to take a look here in the upcoming time at NCAA Division II and some of the best wrestle offs to see there, and then eventually NCAA Division I.